So I wanted to make a video on self-image. A lot of us have dreams and we have aspirations about things, but the one thing that holds us back from actually reaching those goals and reaching those dreams and aspirations is our self-image, or how we see ourselves, really our self-identity. So let me give you an example. When I was in middle school, I was really into Nintendo. I mean, I was really into every single thing that had to do with Nintendo, whether that be video games, whether that be movies, and anything that had to do with it. If the Mario movie came out back then, I would have went crazy. So when I saw YouTubers on YouTube making videos about Nintendo and making videos related to video games and live streaming and all that stuff, when I saw that, that's what I love to do. I want to make videos. Like, that's what I wanted to do. So at a very young age, I wanted to do, in one shape or another, what I am doing right now, which is making videos. I wouldn't say that they got the most traction, because obviously I was younger. They weren't going to be the best edited, they weren't going to be the best looking, but I did gain friends, and I don't even know if those people are still watching, but I made friends from people who found me online through YouTube. So fast forward a couple years, I'm in my freshman year of high school. You know, I'm still making videos. I'm still making videos about Nintendo. A lot of people throughout the end of middle school did start to notice that I was making Nintendo videos, and they started to pick on me. They started to pick on my identity. They said, "You're making Nintendo videos? That's weird. That's not what we do. We play Call of Duty. We play CSGO. We do these. We play these games." So I was like, okay, am I weird? Is there something wrong with me? Now I have to change myself to make other people like me. So what did I do? I started making video. I started getting into different video games that didn't even interest me. I got into Call of Duty, and I got into CSGO, and I got into all this stuff, which introduced me to other things that I ended up finding interest in, like FaZe and all that stuff, which, I mean, we all know what they're going through right now. There was a lot of negativity that led to me changing the videos that I put out and the types of content that I made. Later in my freshman year of high school, I went through an epiphany. It was a real culture shock when I went into my freshman year of high school for my identity and for my self-image, being black and being a minority. So I went to an all Catholic high school, and more than half of the school was, you know, predominantly Caucasian. It was predominantly white. And when I first discovered, you know, that there was something different, everybody was, you know, picking at me and saying, "Hey, you should be playing basketball. You should be on the football team. Why are you, you know, over there all large and everything with the glasses trying to make a Nintendo video and, you know, video games?" And maybe I'll throw an image up on the screen so you guys can see like what I looked like in my freshman year of high school. Like, I'm a whole different person now. These kids ended up finding out that I made videos and I made Nintendo videos. Now everybody knows how people drag things in high school. So these kids found out that I made Nintendo videos, and what did they do? I came in fourth period in my English class, and my video was up on the smartboard for everybody in the classroom to see. There was like 30 kids, 30 something kids in the classroom, and it really deteriorated how I felt about myself, my own self-worth, and what I thought of myself, because everybody was laughing, everybody's making fun of me, everybody thought I was weird. What I forgot about at that time was that was part of me, and that was part of my self-image, and just because they didn't accept it didn't mean that I didn't have to accept it, you know? And a lot of the times, what we don't want to do is we don't want to accept who we are, and it hurts our self-image, and that's why we can't move from one place to the other. That's why I'm telling this story. From that point forward, I said, okay, I have to change my identity. I have to be this person who understands other black people and who can get other people. So I got into, you know, rap, and I got into music because I said, okay, well, other black kids are like this, so I have to, you know, be doing this. So that's actually what ended up getting me into making music, which is kind of a crazy thing. So one thing led to another, which ended up being a positive. But at the end of the day, I changed my identity and I changed who I was because of somebody else. In the long term, you know, of course, it ended up being a good thing for me. In the short term, it ended up really making me go through an identity crisis, and I was really trying to figure out who I was for a very long period of time. The reason why we can't get to where we want to get to is because of our thoughts on our self-image. And what a lot of people don't realize is sometimes your self-image is determined by other people mentally, not actually, but mentally. Sometimes your self-image is determined by other people mentally. Mentally, I was fine originally when I was in middle school, right? I was fine with the fact that I liked Nintendo and I liked video games and I liked technology, and I was different than other people. You know, I wasn't like everybody else at my age. As soon as I entered high school, I realized that there were these societal norms, right? There were these societal norms that were put in place that we can either adjust to these societal norms and we can just move with society, or we can follow our own path. Now, at the time, I was like, okay, I want to adjust and conform to society because I want everybody to like me. That's the problem. Not everybody has to like you, and not everybody has to like your self-image. The person who you are right now does not have to be liked by everybody else. The one person who has to like you is you, because if you can't live with yourself, and if you hate every single day that you wake up, if you feel like you have to play this character, like every single day, it's almost like you're dressing up and you're playing this part, you're acting, you're playing this role, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be difficult for you to feel comfortable living your life every single day. To this day, when it comes to putting out these videos, sometimes I feel like I have to be a perfectionist. Sometimes I feel like my videos have to have a certain lighting and they have to be in a certain location, or I have to be in a certain room, until, one day I looked at a YouTuber who I watch, which is Ralph Smart, and he puts out a lot of videos. I noticed he was just putting out videos in nature. Just him, one-on-one in front of a camera. There was no special lighting, there wasn't anything crazy, but that's what made him happy, and that's what led to his success. Why are we letting perfectionism control who we are and control our self-image? The one thing that makes you so unique, and the one thing that makes you so different, and the one thing that makes you such an amazing person is that you aren't like everybody else. Isn't that a good thing? Now, all the time we always say, oh, I don't want to be like him, I don't want to be like him, I don't want to be like them. Notice what you're doing right there. You're nitpicking. You're saying, I don't want to be like that, I don't want to be like that. Okay, you don't have to be. Be yourself. Be you. Don't try to be a perfectionist and say, my hair needs to look perfect right now, my outfit needs to look perfect, this needs to look perfect. Now, if you do that and it's for yourself, because it's for your own self-validation and for your own self-worth, that's a good thing. Keep doing that. But you don't need other people's validation, approval, and acceptance to be the person you want to be. You have to be in charge of your own life. You have to realize that you're in charge of your own self-image. If you have positive reasons to be making malleable changes to yourself, that's okay. If you want to get a haircut because you know it'll make you look good, that's a good thing. But don't do it because you want to walk into work and you want every single girl looking at you. The big thing that holds us back from doing what we want to do, seeing our self-image and saying, ooh, like this is who we are, not realizing that your self-image is changeable. How you see yourself is changeable. That's one thing that people don't see. You aren't who you were yesterday. The person who you were yesterday is just your creator. You don't have to be the person you were yesterday. If the person that you were yesterday bothers you, okay, that's a good thing that it bothers you. Accept that, realize it, and move from it. You don't have to be who you were yesterday. What we don't realize is our self-image is changeable. But it doesn't have to be changeable due to the factors of what people think of us, due to other people. We can change who we want to be for ourselves. It took me a very long time to realize that if I want to be this YouTuber, if I want to be this influencer, if I want to be this creator, if I want to be this artist, this musician, I have to make the decision to change my habits, and I have to make the decision to do it myself. Nobody else has anything to do with how I view me, and nobody else has anything to do with this connection right here. But as soon as you let what's outside influence what's inside, that's what deteriorates your self-image. That's what beats you down. That's what prevents you from being able to manifest your dream life. Now, how you view yourself and your self-image, it is changeable, it is malleable, but it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. There's nobody else. There isn't anything else that has to do with your self-image but yourself. You have the ability to change how you view yourself, and you have the ability to change what is happening in your life. Nothing's happening to you, it's happening for you. It's your responsibility to do that. So stop looking for acceptance and validation in other people. Stop saying that you're gonna wait, you're gonna put things off. Procrastination just destroys you in the end. And it's okay to let go of who you were yesterday. It's okay to let go of who you were before. Because as soon as you let go of who you were before, as soon as you let go of who you were yesterday, you could become a new person today.